Shalom, everybody. The question I hear a lot is, what is the third temple and will it be built in Israel soon? What is the third temple? That's a great question. A lot of people think of it as, this monumental, beautiful, luxurious building, which it is, but, you cannot define it by just that. That doesn't even, scratch the surface of what we're dealing with here. Yes, it's a very luxurious building, perhaps the most in the world. I would say the most luxurious in the world, with precious, materials and so on and so forth, and expensive and beautiful and intrinsic designs. However, it's far more than just that. The third temple is a shift in reality. It opens up the flow of heaven into earth. Imagine you have heaven and earth as two separate entities, one upon the other, and there's no interconnection between the two. Imagine there's like a gateway, a window, that all of a sudden all the light of heaven flows into earth. And if you open that window, then you have the light of heaven penetrating earth. That is, so to speak, what the third temple is. It will open up heaven into earth, the gateway from heaven into earth. And actually far more than just that. It'll open up the gateway of actually what's beyond heaven into earth. It'll open up the highest levels of reality. The light that shines into heaven, the light that is beyond heaven, will flow into earth. We will experience a revelation of God on earth. So that is why when we talk about the third temple, we're not just talking about a building. We're not just talking about something that will be, a political statement. We're talking about something that will shift the world as we know it. It'll shift the very fabrics of reality. It'll cause a expansion of consciousness to the highest degree where we will know our master. We will know our creator Hashem. And he will no longer be hidden from us. And not just the Jewish people, but the whole world will experience this shift in consciousness. This pleasure, this delight. Imagine a tainug, a tremendous pleasure, tremendous delightful feeling, words can't even describe the pleasurable experience that we will experience when the third temple is here on earth, which will obviously come with the coming of Mashiach, who will be a prophet like Moses, who will teach us to be prophets as well and teach us to be godly people. So when we're talking about this, we're talking about a new era of reality. So when people say, is Israel going to build the temple? The idea is that God, we need Hashem to help us build the temple, that the heaven will partly be built in heaven and partly on earth. So we need that revelation from God to do so. We can't just say, we're going to build the temple today, because we need directives from God. We need God to command us to do so, and we need God's guidance in doing so. So therefore, it's not a political thing. It's an ideological, a godly prophecy that we're waiting to unfold. But it's important, the Rebbe says, that every good deed we do helps build the temple, especially when we learn about the temple. And now we're living in such a godly time, in such an area, in such a spiritual dimension, close to the coming of Mashiach. We're so close to the redemption that we have to learn the secrets of Torah. We have to learn Chassidus and Kabbalah. We have to live with an awareness and an energy, a godly energy, a Mashiach energy, that we are super close to the redemption. Especially with the war that we see in Israel, we are ever close to our very redemption that we've been waiting for thousands of years. But you are a part of it. Again, we have to do more. We have to examine our ways. We have to be conscious of God's presence, and we have to be conscious of our actions. Just like when you're in the presence of a king, you're not going to act up. You're going to be very well mannered, very well behaved, because you realize you're in the presence of a very powerful entity. So too, and how much more so with Hashem, when we remind ourselves that Hashem is watching and knows our inner thoughts, we're automatically going to become fearful of Him and love for Him. We're going to want to behave in an appropriate godly manner and turn away from sin. So let us all do that, and may it be with the coming of Mashiach, the ultimate redemption. May it happen today with victory in this war and victory in all the wars, and the ultimate victory, and that is the coming of Mashiach, and there will be peace on earth among nations. God bless you all. May it happen today. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Help support us below.